Hi, this video is to guide you through the setup process. It's the TV210B model Troybilt and self-propelled lawnmower, 21 inches. Let's just get right to it. I was a bit confused. The manuals were not user-friendly, so we're just going to get right to it. So this is exactly what's going to be when it comes out of the box. The handle is folded. We'll have to readjust the bars and go through the fuel, the whole setup. So let me show you exactly what needs to be done. First and foremost, what you have to do is, mine came out with a this knob right here already kind of plugged in, so you're just going to take it out on both ends, and what you have to do is, move this bar right here. And what you can do now is use these bolts right here and secure this bit, which is going to help. It's just not going to bend or move. Keep in mind that there is this portion right here as well. You will have to move this thing up and down to get the right length. If you were to move this thing, so as I said, you can see that the bars need to be adjusted properly in order for for you to make sure that this thing is working properly, of course. So just want to show you that the bars are sticking around the blade, and you have to readjust it, and that was not clear in the manual. First thing I'm going to do is there are two bolts, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust the length. And there are two settings right here. One is, this is for packaging purposes, I believe, and the other setting is right here. Basically, you will see a hole. I know you guys can't see properly, but there's only one hole right here, so you just have to line it and use this bolt right here to secure this to the proper length. Same thing with this. Get it lined up. Yep. Push it inside. And so now you have the correct length you need. And now what we're going to do is secure this part right here. There are three options. I think if for my height, I'm going to do the second option right here. Because there are three options. And so in order to get the max height, you will have to use the second option. Let me go and show it to you what it looks like. So if you want to go down and have the lowest level for the bar, use the second option. To go to have the tallest, if you will, option, I think the second one is the one that I'm going to use. And I'm going to show you that this bolt will go on the inside, and then we'll secure it with this. So I'll go ahead and adjust the length or the angle. If it's not being straight, that means we'll have it done properly. And make sure this bolt right here goes all the way inside. So sorry about the shaky video, but this needs to go inside all the way, and just push it all the way in, and then you can again secure it with this, and do the same thing on the other hand side. Make sure that you're using basically the same setting. Now, as you can see that the red clips are on and my handle is secure. And what we have to do now is take the string right here, and one thing I've noticed is that you just have to come very slowly. There might be a better way to do it, honestly, guys, but open this and secure this. It's rather easy. Okay, so that part is done. As you can see, I've thoroughly secured it to this section right here. According to the manual, the next part is to add the oil, which comes in the original packaging. So we're going to go and add the oil. Now the fifth step is to add the oil. You can see that the instructions are not very clear. It tells you that the oil fill is located on the left hand side of most engines, but again, for this one, if you're facing this way, I guess it's located on the right. And here's where you're going to put the oil. Sorry about the lighting. So this is where you put the oil. To make sure that you have the right place for the oil. Again, it has the oil mark on it, but it does have a dipstick, so you know, again, you're not putting the oil in the gas bay, but in the proper place where it's supposed to be. This is how it comes in a plastic bag, and we're just going to go ahead and add the whole thing to drop it into this. So I put the whole thing into the bag, and then you can go ahead and just double check it, go all the way down, close it, and then open it, and you should see oil on the stick. Okay. And the next step is to add fuel, and for the fuel, you just have to come here. Every new one comes in with its own set of instructions. So basically it tells you that the engine may be shipped without the oil, clean, fresh, unleaded gasoline oil, not to exceed 10% ethanol, and of course please read the instruction, but it's just talking about using your regular oil. Once you've added the oil, just go ahead and close this. So in this part, I'm going to show you how to quickly install the bag. I know it's very confusing, but it can be rather easy if you just follow these directions. So what's going to happen is you will have to, this part is right here, is basically your handle that you will use in order to move the bag. And the Troybilt logo that you see is what we're going to use, at the upper portion. So what you have to do is, one thing to keep in mind, that these, the way it's going to hook up is, it's going to come down and it's going to hook up to this part, like right here. This part right here, the way you do it is, you put it on like this, but then you move it underneath this. And so make sure that this thing is out, and again, as I said, just move it in like this, bring it down, and then you need to make sure that this thing is holding on to it. As such, I'm going to give you a very close look up. So you can see this plastic portion right here is holding on to it like this, up, up, go underneath, and again, it comes from the inside. And then you can see that this part right here is going to go from the inside to here. Let's see if we can do that with one hand so you can see exactly what I'm doing. white noise. Here's this smaller part, which is going to go here. I'll put this part right here, follow all the way around, and it should be done, so keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and put this part rather heavy, guys. It's not, I want to make a close-up video so you can see exactly what I'm doing, and hence I think once you've done this part, then you can put this part on. Move it down. From the inside, not from the outside. This one first. So here you go. So your bag is all set up. Again, I don't use it, but I guess while we're here, I'm going to show you how to plug this in. Just keep in mind that you just have to align these two parts right here in order for this thing to work. So in order to put the bag on, just have to lift this part right here, and you will see that this plastic, this pin right here, again, which I showed you earlier, it goes in this next video. I'm going to show you how to operate. It's raining outside, but the way it's going to work is first, this is, if you let this go, the blade will stop moving. This is a self-propelled, so in order for you to move this back and forth, you will have to use this lever. But in order for you to turn it on, you have to pull this, stand here, and then pull this lever right here. Once or twice, hopefully on the very first strike, will start running. And the moment you will let go, the engine will stop running. So you have to hold on to it. In order for you to move forward, you just have to push this, and it will move forward. And if you want to just go neutral, you just let it go. There is a setting right here for you to make it harder, like make it more tighter, more responsive, if you will, versus you want to move the engine when it's like all the way up here. So it's up to you. So just play around with the setting, rather simple. As I said, I always use the side chute. I don't use the back. You can't use the two at the same time. And I'll show you how I go about doing my lawn in the next video. So this sets up, completes the whole setup process. One thing I wanted to talk about is this section right here. If you're wondering what this is, basically it allows you to connect your hose. It's a quick connect disconnect mechanism, so you connect your hose right here. You don't have to put it back here all the time, but once you're done basically using the lawnmower, connect the hose right here, put it back in, turn on the water, turn on the machine, turn on the blade, and so basically with water pressure and with the blades, it will clean the bottom part, and that is basically the purpose of it. And you can just do a quick disconnect. While we're at it, I'm going to show you how to operate this. So first thing you do if you're facing the machine on the left hand side, you have a couple of adjustments. You basically are supposed to kind of keep the adjustments the same for both. I like to keep it pretty short, so I'm going to go with 2, actually just 3 for the video. I'm just going to keep it 3, and the bottom part is supposed to be at 3 as well, so you can just lift it towards yourself and then move it up and down to make the machine go. So when you go up, it will move up, and if you go down, it will go down, of course. The way you operate this thing is very easy. You will hold this, and then you will pull, and that will start the machine. And once you pull this lever right here, it will move the machine forward, and as simple as that. And I'll show you how I use the side chute, one of the reasons why I used it, and so let's just get to that right away. Push this. That's how you do it, and what I'm going to do is show you how I use a side chute so you don't have to do any mulching, bagging. It's clean, and let's get to it.